You heard what Whitney said. She doesn't want to marry you, Fox. She doesn't want to marry anybody because she wants to be with me.
That's not at all what she said.
Then what did she mean? We fell in love. I found out she's my sister, so we can't get married. But we can be together. We can live together as brother and sister, and we can be happy.
Oh, you know what? I don't know what you've been smoking, but you're crazy if you think that's what she meant.
Whitney, is that why you turned down Fox's proposal? Because you think you want to live with Chad?
Oh, isn't it delicious, Endora? Outside of a Greek tragedy, where would you find such a web of lies and deceit and incest to boot, huh?
Sweetheart, you can't mean you want to be with Chad.
Of course she didn't mean that. You're carrying my child.
She knows what she meant. Whitney, tell them.
Whitney, surely you're not saying that you want to be with your own brother, Chad. That cannot be why you turned down Fox's proposal.
And that's why you don't want to marry anyone?
What other reason would she have?
Whitney, you know what living together can lead
Now,
to.
I told you, we'd be living together only as brother and sister.
Let me tell you something. You won't be living together at all if I have anything to say about it. She's carrying my child.
Sweetheart, just tell us. Are you turning down Fox so you can be with Chad?
No, Daddy. This has nothing to do with Chad. Look, I have no intentions of living with Chad or anyone else.
What?
I said I don't want to get married to anyone, Chad, and that's what I meant. Look, Fox, I don't ever want to get married. Period.
Do you mean that, sweetheart?
Yes, Mom, I do. I mean, come on, marriage is an archaic institution. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Honey, that's not true.
Look, my family will be my baby and me. God, why do I have to get married anyway? What's the point if it's just going to end in disaster?
Well, she's seen far too many marriages fall apart.
That's exactly right, Julian. I've seen every single marriage in harmony fall apart, including the perfect ones, like my parents.
Oh, to be so young and so cynical.
Look, my baby and I will do just fine on our own.
Whitney, your baby needs a father.
Yeah, not if that father's not around all the time, Daddy.
Whitney, you know I'd never walk out on you or our baby.
Look, Fox, you can't predict what's going to happen in our future.
Well, I love you. Whitney, I love you and I love our child.
I know you feel that way, right?
No, listen to me. I feel that way forever, all right? I'm not leaving you.
Fox, look, I'm sorry. I don't ever want to get married.
Well, honey, maybe Fox isn't the one, but you may get married someday. It's really a wonderful experience.
Sweetheart, your mother's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can really see that pain and heartache is one of life's most wonderful experiences. I mean, will you please take a look around you? Everyone out here is a poster child for not getting married. Look, Mom, you know I grew up thinking that I was living in this happy home and that my parents had a wonderful marriage, but in reality...
You did, honey.
No. Mom, no, you didn't. Because it was based on lies. You were keeping secrets from Daddy, Mom. And the major one being that I had a half-brother out there somewhere.
I thought he was dead, sweetheart.
You know that, Whitney. Your mother and I didn't learn that our son was alive until very recently.
Okay, but then when you suspected that Chad was your son, you didn't bring it up to me right away. And that could have saved me a lot of pain, Mom.
I know that now. But we did test. We thought we had proved that Chad wasn't our son.
There's tests that my father arranged to have falsified so we wouldn't find out that Chad was our son.
Whitney, just because your mother ruined our marriage doesn't mean you should give up on marriage someday.
Well, wait a second. Mom isn't the only one to blame for your marriage breaking up, Daddy.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you always told me that you loved Mom so much that nothing could ever tear you apart. That your love was so strong it could withstand anything, but the first time it was tested, you failed, Daddy.
Whitney, honey, your father's only human. Now, you can't expect him to forgive your mother after she lied about her entire past.
Why not? I mean, don't the wedding vows say for better or worse? Well, Daddy, when things got worse, you felt it like a tent.
Whitney, I understand how you feel about your parents, okay? I have the same reservations about marriage. Look at my family, right?
Right, that's exactly right. They are a perfect example of what I'm talking about. I mean, we all heard the horror stories about what happened in that marriage.
Okay, but we're not them. I mean, we would have a different life.
But would we, Fox?
I know that we would. Look, Whitney, my parents' marriage didn't work out. They broke up because they never loved each other to begin with.
Okay, but now what? What, your mother is living here with Chief Bennett because his wife, Grace, ran off with her first husband. See, Sam and Grace was another example of a perfect marriage, just like my mother and father. And look where it got them.
Whitney, I see why you feel the way you do. But don't let this cut you off from the happiness a good marriage can give you.
Liz, there is no such thing as good marriage.
We could have a good marriage.
We don't know that, Fox. Look, I'm sorry. I just don't want to take that chance. Look, I've seen what can happen. I've seen what happened to my mother, to my father. I mean, look what happened to Julian. Okay, look at that horrible marriage that he had with Teresa. Come on.
I can hardly compare my misadventure with Teresa to the years your mother and father had together.
Okay, but what did it mean, Julian? Obviously nothing. I mean, look where you all are now. My mother is with you. My father is with Liz. And Teresa, God, don't even get me started on that whole family. Her father left with another woman and left her mother with a broken heart. I mean, come on. Don't you see what I'm saying, you guys?
Whitney, we've all seen a lot of damaged relationships. But it's not necessarily gonna happen to you.
Okay, Liz, I'll go ahead and make you a deal. If you can find me one couple, just one happy marriage, I'll think about changing my mind. That goes for all of you. If you guys can give me just one marriage in this town that's happy, maybe I'll change the way I think. You guys can't think of one good marriage, can you?
Oh, Whitney, you caught us off guard. And none of us can think straight.
No, your thinking is fine, Liz. You're just trying to think of a way to prove me wrong, but you can't because you can't think of one good marriage in this town, period.
Whitney, really, there must be many happy married couples in harmony.
Right. Just no one we know. Look, I'm sorry, Fox, but I'm not changing my mind.
Sweetheart, do you want to talk?
Look, Mom, I'm through talking. I know exactly what I have to do.
Well, what you have to do is what's right for the baby. Maybe you should talk to Father Lonigan.
Whitney, please, don't let what happened to all of us make you jaded about marriage.
Yeah, Whitney, come on, listen to my mom. I thought she wanted to get married before you gave birth to the child.
Will you stop telling her what she wants?
Will you two stop fighting? God, it's my life, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And if I don't want to get married, I won't.
You know, Eve, I hope you're happy. Because you did this to our daughter. You're the reason why she feels this way.
It's all right, darling. It's not true.
You know, if anyone here is to blame, I think it's you, Chad. If you hadn't have barged in the middle of my marriage proposal and wrecked it, Whitney might have said yes, right? We'd be engaged right now. Thanks a lot.
Actually, you're wrong, Fox.
What?
Look, I've been thinking about this for a while now. I just don't want to get married to anyone.
Why? Why? Because our parents screwed up? Whitney, that doesn't make any sense.
Look, Fox, I just don't want my life any more messed up than it already is.
Messed up?
Okay?
Why do you keep saying that, huh? Why is your life messed up? You're giving birth to a baby. You are surrounded by people who love you and people who want you to be happy. What's so horrible about that? What is so horrible about your life, Whitney? And tell me what's really going on.